How you doing? Everything good?
Doing great, yeah, man. We're in the grind of things, man, for camp, so
Everything's good.
We got a little gift for you here.
What's that?
Listen.
Well, we want you to.
We have our own thoughts. We want to get your thoughts on that.
All right.
Go ahead.
You ready,
play.
Danny?
Go ahead and play.
Colton? Where we going?
Cross country.
Cross country?
Yep. To find a chief tractor officer for John Deere.
The quarterback at tractoring.
The QB of JD.
Going on a road trip. Gonna need some onion dip.
That's beautiful, man.
Thanks, bro.
I lived in the Midwest. Of course I appreciate America's farmers. I married a farmer's daughter. Of course I had to pick corn before her dad approved.
Audible, do you want a can, or
yes,
Oscar?
let's kill.
Kill. We don't have kill.
No, we went.
How many commercials are you doing?
Gosh, man, I've done maybe 5, 6, 7. Shoot, I'm not sure.
But we didn't play the Toyota.
Yeah, we got so many.
When we were in Arizona for the Super Bowl, you came on with us. You were doing panini, not the sandwich, but the cars.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, until the big day comes with the big day, you got to do these, right?
That's it. I know, man. I'm trying to provide for my wife and I and our
married
future,
man
so,
trying to get by.
That's it.
Come on.
That's it.
So, obviously George does a lot of ads, and he's got a lot of, they want the pineapples, classic. Christian, they kind of just have him playing football.
Yeah.
They ask you to, give dissertations and speeches.
Oh, yeah.
How many takes? I mean, the one you spoke for, a minute.
I know. I think it's because I play quarterback, so I got to memorize plays and stuff as it is. And so they're like, all right, let's run with it. And shoot, dude, I get paragraph lines that I memorize, and I'm out there ripping it. So I don't know. It's sort of part of my job already as a football player. So when I get out on the screen and I have to memorize lines, I'm sort of natural.
Is it easier to memorize your lines for a commercial, or Kyle's 3-paragraph?
Oh, the lines for the commercial are way easier, dude. So
what happens when you screw one up in the huddle? Does Kyle jump on you when you fumble that?
No.
Pretty good that way.
He's good. He understands how long the plays are and just the thinking that goes into it. So he gets it. And shoot, there's times where he's back there butchering it, and I got to fix him or whatever. So it goes both ways.
Brock Purdy is joining us. It's Papa Lund here on the Sports Leader. So a year ago, were you throwing a year ago? Were you at that point?
2 on, 2 off.
Yeah,
right,
yeah. Two practices on, 1 practice off, and then every practice I was on a pitch count, so I had a certain amount of throws.
Man, I'm amazed last year when you're not even on the field for the majority of the offseason, and your pocket presence became so much better. As a rookie, you were leaking out, and then last year, right away, you're moving up in the pocket. Your pocket presence was so much better. So if you're able to do that and you're not working on the field, what are you able to do this entire offseason when you actually had an offseason to work?
Yeah, man, I think just the physical traits of, trying to grow my body, get stronger, work on my arm, my flexibility, all those kinds of things. That was something that I hammered at coming into camp. I wanted to feel good. I wanted to be able to push the ball down the field and make those tighter window throws and put some zip on it. So that was one thing. And then obviously just growing mentally with the playbook and having it just like my second language, man. I come in, and when Kyle calls a play, it clicks. I see it. I'm able to say it better into the huddle, and it's ran more smoothly. And so you put those two things together, and it's like trying to take the next step with my game. So that's where I'm at.
3 straight days in pads. Today was a better day for the offense overall.
Yeah.
We didn't see it, but we'll watch it back. But it went better today?
I think so. I mean, there was a couple plays where, you obviously wish you wanted to be better at and whatnot, but I think for the most part we competed, we came out, we executed. Red zone was really well, so it was a good day.
I've talked to other quarterbacks about this, and I bet you hate camp stats because you guys are trying to do certain things, and then people are saying, Brock threw 4 interceptions today. Explain to people, because I've talked to other quarterbacks in the league, and they've said what you're trying to do in camp is most coaches are saying, go for it. Let's find what your limits are. Let's push it. Let's try to fit in a throw that maybe you wouldn't normally fit in during, if you were in a game, you wouldn't try to fit that throw. So explain that so that people can understand that camp stats aren't a thing, even though the media keeps them.
Yeah. Man, it's a fine line. You want to go out, you want to be efficient, you want to go through reads and obviously protect the ball and whatnot. But right now is the time for us to go out and, you always hear the quarterback say experiment, but that's really what it is. Can I fit it in this window on this hitch? Can I look off Fred or Flan or Devondre in a certain way and then make that throw backside? You got to try it out. I mean, in the game and in the season, it comes down to protecting the ball every snap, every play. So you can't necessarily try those things out. Right now we can. And so my mindset right now is, protect the ball, but let's be aggressive. Let's try this out. Let's figure it out. And so obviously I want to go through my reads, check the ball down, and work on that as well, because that's real. That's football. But there's a time and a place where I'm like, hey, you know what? This is practice, and I'm going to drop back and try this out. So and then you figure out that it can be a part of your game or not for the season. So.
Brock, you got a lot of good work in the OTAs and mini camps with the rookie first-round pick wide receiver, Ricky Pearsall. How has he been in pads the last couple of days? I heard he caught a touchdown pass today. Was that from you?
Yep, that was from me. So he's doing good, man. He's smart. He sees the game really well. He's played a lot of football, obviously, like just as a starter in college, and then throughout OTAs and up until this point, he's a guy that understands our offense. It's not easy to come in and learn our offense as a rookie and perform and execute, but he does. He does it really well. He's crisp in his routes, and he's got great hands, man. Anytime we get him the ball in the vicinity, he's coming down with it. So I'm excited for him. He's got a great attitude, great energy as a rookie, and all the guys love him. So he's going to learn with us and grow with us, and he's going to be a part of our offense, man.
It's great to be joined by Brock Purdy. It's Papa Lund live from 49ers training camp. So we saw a viral video today, if you want to comment on it, about it's got Brandon Auk, and he's shaking John Lynch's hand, and he's hugging Kyle and that kind of stuff. So, if you got any news, you can break it with us. It'll be fine. But also, just in terms of Brandon, is it an issue that he's not on the field, that he's holding in, and you're not working with him on the field? You guys throw other times because you have an amazing chemistry and you guys are close, but right now he's not on the field. Does that matter?
I mean, obviously, yeah, we wish we could, get some reps in and throw to each other and keep the chemistry rolling and stuff. But man, we played a lot of ball together, and our offense and system is ran so that whoever's in, this is where the ball is supposed to be. This is the timing of the play, and BA knows that. He knows where he's supposed to be, and so anytime he jumps in our offense, man, moving forward, like. We're going to pick up wherever we left off. I know that. But obviously, the whole business side of things just still got to fall into place. But, obviously, I'd love to be throwing BA the ball, man. Love him. So,
congratulations on the marriage. Outside of getting married, you did a lot of cool things this off season. What was the coolest thing you did?
Man.
I know you're going to say marrying Janet.
Yeah,
I'm not
marrying
gonna say,
Janet.
you can't say that.
Yeah. Man, I don't know, man.
Second coolest.
Shoot, man.
First pitch at the Giant game? What happened there?
Dude.
Was it rising fastball?
Dude,
What happened there?
I'm like warming up for like 20 minutes with all the O linemen. It was hilarious. Outside on flat ground, and then you get out in the bump, man, and that thing took off on me. I was so mad. I was like, man, you guys better have the speed clock on because I'm gonna try to break 80 here. But that was cool. I've always dreamed of growing up and throwing a first pitch out. So to be here in the Bay Area, San Francisco, I thought that was pretty neat. So that was probably one of my favorites.
I'll make you feel better. I did one in an A's game, and they were playing the Dodgers, and I tried to do a sidearm. It slipped on my hand.
Went submariner.
Oh, man.
I sprayed the dugout because it went in there. So you're a professional athlete. I clearly am not. So
he's a quarterback.
Yeah. So in regards to, you were talking the other day about the things that you want to improve on, and you were telling us the mental side of things, being that killer. Talk about that, just the mental side of things, and not just being satisfied, but being the Tom Brady and winning a bunch of Super Bowls. So tell us about your mentality going into the season.
Yeah, what I meant by that is, staying on the field. There's times, throughout the season and stuff, I went back and watched film, and it's like, man, there's some great drives, there's some great plays that we put together, and then there's some lulls throughout the game where it's like, all right, we could have stayed on the field, and I could have done this, I could have made that decision. The other team gets back in the game, and it's a tight game, and it's like, man, dude, if we would have just pushed through on a couple more drives, and if I would have been efficient with my decision making, we're on the field, we score touchdowns, and we pull through like a couple more scores. And so that's my challenge to myself is to get to that, is to be this just dominant decision maker on the field and keeping our offense on the field and scoring as best as we can. We got playmakers all over. So that's what I meant by that. Obviously, I'm not saying we got to win Super Bowls left and right, this and that. I'm just saying stay on the field and have that dominant mindset of closing out games earlier rather than making them so tight. But it is a game of football. Everybody's really good, and you're going to have those games regardless. So
last year you were coming back from an injury, so I think you wanted to get some reps. Do you want to play in the preseason at all? Will it be enough just to have the joint practices with the Saints? What are your thoughts on the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously going to have to see by the time those games come just where I'm at and how I'm feeling with, just my progress, my growth, and do I need the reps in games? That's sort of how it was last year, and obviously the inter-squad scrimmages against the Saints this year will be good for me, and we'll go from there. But I'm the kind of guy that I do love the live game reps, man. You can't get enough just in terms of the pass rush, getting hit. That's real football at practice. There's guys running by. You don't know if they're sacked or not. You don't really have the real off play kind of scrambles and stuff. So that's my mindset with it. We'll see as we get closer though.
Brock Purdy joining us from training camp. Does the Super Bowl change you in terms of you've played now at the highest level? There's probably no more pressure than that particular game, and you perform very, very well in that game. So is there a confidence you get? Is there more of a drive because you didn't win it? Or is it just you'd be in the same position and working like you're just working even if you had won the Super Bowl? How do you look at it?
Yeah, I just look at it like, man, I got to be better, just for myself, and I got to push, and I want to be the best version of myself, and I know that there's more. Obviously, last year we had a great year, and we put some games together and some wins together. We got to the Super Bowl, and it's like, man, you got to finish, and what could I have done better? So I'm always looking for ways where I can grow, both physically and mentally, and just as a leader on this team. All those things, man, pushing other guys now, like that might be a next step for me, and on this team. So I'm looking for those kinds of things, and obviously we played in the Super Bowl, the highest game, but for me it's like I'm not going to go, all right, that was it. No, for me there's more, and so that's how I look at it. That's how I attack every day when I come in this building and when I'm home studying and all that kind of stuff. So there's more.
You made the championship game as a rookie, and the Super Bowl, the next year. Super Bowl, the whole world's watching. A lot of people don't watch the champion. How has your life changed? I know you haven't changed as a person and the people around you, but will you go anywhere now in America with all of your commercials that you're nailing all across America? do people recognize you constantly? Has your life changed dramatically?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is more recognition, going in and out of airports and, trying to grocery shop at Jenna, all that kind of stuff. There's, people always there, whether it's phones or autographs and stuff. But, I mean, that's just the nature of it. That's fine. I don't try to act like I'm better than anybody or that I'm on this next level status in life. Has nothing to do with that. I know who I am and what I'm trying to do in this life, and that's to, love everybody like I love myself and better. And so that's where I'm at. I try to keep it the same and simple. I'm not a flashy guy. I just try to still be the same old Brock that I have been as a son and a brother and now a husband.
The difference with you seems to be in talking to your teammates is, honestly, you're the nicest, most down-to-earth, one of the nicest, most down-to-earth athletes I've ever met. But you change. Like, I don't know if it's a Clark Kent Superman thing in the huddle. Like, everybody that we talk to is like, this dude
Stone
demands.
cold killer.
Right. I mean, you demand a high performance from everybody. So when you walk into that huddle, are you a different guy?
Man, that's a sort of broad just in that sense, but the first time I stepped in, I was more starstruck. Like, dude, I got Trent Williams here, I got George, Debo. Like, now they got to listen to me say a play. But now it's like, we understand what the standard is, and I step in the huddle, and it's like, hey, this is what we got. Let's roll, and let's hold each other to that standard. And obviously, we're trying to push each other every day, and they know that from me. I don't try to be this Superman type guy. I'm Brock. I've been the same guy since I got here. I'm just trying to grow. And these guys have helped me with that, but at the same time, when we step in there, man, we're on a mission. So that's the standard that we have here. So
Brock steady.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on
Appreciate you guys.
success.
Be healthy.
Yes, sir. Go Niners.
All right, let's do it, man.
Colton? Is that you?
See, look at him now. Now he knows.
That's the best line.
That's the best. Thanks, Brock. Appreciate it, man. That is Brock Purdy. I was just looking at the legs, man. He hardly even fit through this door.
Dominic Puni just walked in. You see him?
Yeah. I think he was checking up on us, making sure.